Hey guys, how you doing? Kunal here, Bulls on Wall Street. Let's do a quick trade review on ACAD. This was our short last week that we did really good on. We shorted this thing right off the bat at $6, and then we actually ended up covering our position the next day at 480. But we played this thing multiple times. That's what stocks in play do. When you get a stock in play and it's gapping up or down or whatever off news, earnings, some type of PR, that stock typically will offer you multiple opportunities to play it within the same day. And so as you'll see me do, often I'll hit a stock once in the morning, then we're back at it again, and then there's always kind of a late day push too in these stocks. And so we literally just replay them again. So this stock, as you can see here, it's $2.50. Right off the bat in the morning, it has this piece of news, and it just has a huge ramp up, right? It's up, a couple 100% right in the morning. And so right off the bat, that stock's in play, and I don't have any idea whether it's going to be a long or short. Oftentimes, what's a misnomer is that people think because the stock's up 100%, it can't go up anymore. But we often go long those stocks too. And, we go long or short. What we do is we wait for, some type of intraday setup to present itself before we make a decision on whether we're going long or short. But right off the bat, once it started gapping up like this, it started fading in the morning, I started to get an inkling for short. And so, what we start doing is we focus back in on the intraday charts to really start lining up where we think this stock could potentially go. And so let's bring like an intraday chart of that day. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on one sec. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. All right, so right here you can see it. So the stock, see this big spike to 650 here, right? And right off the bat, see, next candle, it doesn't even have a bounce. It's already starting to fade. And then the next candle, you can see, right, it's already no bounce. It's hanging in there, right kind of at, right at this kind of, the bottom of this candle is kind of holding here. And for this first 15 minutes, what's basically happening is it's trying to break over 6, you can tell, but it's just not going, right? And so I have a lid on the stock. So we short this thing at 595, and our risk is really middle. I literally put my stop at 601 because I'm noticing that it's just having trouble getting over. And so the minute this stock breaks this lows, you start to see really an onrush of just selling. And so as is the case, as we start dipping down on the first big candle, I always like to take what's called an income trade. And so I cover half into the spike down. And so I cover half at 577. And then what I like to do is kind of let the rest ride down and ride up my stop. And so then as we start flushing down even more, I cover another quarter at 570. And then the last quarter at 550. As now it started to look like it was getting really extended here, right? Because we started to fill the gap, but we opened at 650. So there was a lot, it's come down a lot already. And that was obviously premature as this thing tapped down to about 525. And so I should have probably let the rest ride down a little bit. I was a little premature with my cover. 25 cents on a $5 stock is... right, that's 5%. So then what ends up happening is the stock comes back up, and you can see it's kind of been chilling, and it can't even pop anymore. And so, you're not getting really any bounces in this bad boy. And so what we ended up doing was late in the day, we start to short this thing right as it's basing right here. As you can tell, this 550 line is very important, right? And so late in the day, as we've kind of got a line in the sand that's been built, what I want to do is short it when it breaks through this key level right here. That 550 seemed to be what's holding it. So we short this thing right into the close, and so right at 549, I take 540, actually it was 544 I chased it a little bit.